have our peachy keen tea, which I have been letting sit here for quite a while, so it might be a little too strong. I might have to add some sugar. Woo! That's really strong. It's a very nice peach flavor. I think I just steeped it too long. Oh, it's very nice. Probably just add some sugar at this point. Okay, so welcome back. We are at day 7 of Advent Vlogmas, and we're doing another bag this week, so I will introduce you to that in a bit. But let's do our Advent, our yarn Advent. I've got number 7, and this is the Bird Street Autumn Themed Advent. Ooh, we have a blue. Very pretty. I think these are like my favorite colors. So far we haven't had an orange among the bunch, but I'm sure we will have some orange later on. We have our tree all up. We're all ready to go. I wanted to give you an update on the shawl, the scarf, the Christmas scarf, which we are almost done with. I'm on my last color. It's pretty long at this point, but I'm thinking I can wear it to work or I can wrap it. So I wanted it to be long enough that I could actually wear it as a scarf. So we've got all these colors going on. I really love these colors together. I was gonna take all the leftover yarn to make the baubles out of, to make our baubles, but then I remembered that I wanted to make a hat to go with the scarf. I wanted to make one of those long hats like Schwartz wears in Christmas Story, that like it's really long. So I wanted to make sure I had enough yarn for that. Plus we're getting kind of late for the Christmas baubles, at least to be Christmas presents this year. I do have to make a bunch of ornaments for the Crafters Guild for next year. So we're gonna continue with that experiment to see. But I love these colors so much that I went to Joann's to see if I could find some more. And sure enough, we have these same colors. So I brought a swatch of each of the yarns in with me, and I can't believe that they had them all. And they're all the big twist yarns that I'm using for that Sunshine Granny Square blanket. So I know I like this yarn already. I like working with it. They didn't have like a white, but they had this really pretty, I don't know if you can see the sparkles. It's a sparkly white, so I'm like, well, let's just go for that. That's really festive. So that means that if I run out of yarn for the hat, I can add that in, which would be great. And then we have all the yarn we need for the baubles moving forward. So I was very lucky to find those. And then as far as making ornaments for the Crafters Guild, I was hanging these up for my grandma and went, oh my god, I could totally make these out of plastic canvas. I have the plastic canvas. We were going to make the more complicated Santas. Let me see if I can find one of those. So I bought the supplies to make the more complicated Santa, and he's very complicated. So I think I might be better off making those square, the square presents instead. Those look way easier to make. So I was very excited to see that because that's much more doable. So we've got some ornament ideas to make throughout the next year for the Crafters Guild, and yeah, I took all my step-by-step photos for the jury process, so I just had to lay all of those out and get those done, probably over the break. So, without further ado, go ahead and grab yourself a heartwarming cup of tea, hot chocolate, whatever you're in the mood for. Curl up on the couch, and let's make a bag together. So the bag we are making this week is the Pebble Sling Bag / crossbody bag. So this is a more robust version of the bag we made last week. So basically it can be like 4 different things. So we've got a lot of hardware going on here in order to make it possible for all these things to happen. So it can be a crossbody bag, a mini backpack, like a sling bag, a crossbody bag, or a shoulder bag. So yeah, it's kind of cool that you have all these different ways. of wearing it. So we're gonna try this out. It does have binding, but the binding is gonna be on the lining part. So you're not really gonna see that part. It's just to finish off so you don't have raw edges in the lining. So we are gonna trust Kandou Crafts, Kandou Patterns. This is the one I love, that she makes the project bags, and my favorite purse that I made the autumn purse out of. So I really like her designs. And the patterns are very easy to follow. So we're just gonna trust her with the binding here and trust that it's not gonna be too much. We do have this little flap that has a snap in it so that it can either be up like this, so it can be up like that for the design, or it can lay flat. It can snap into place. So it's just a very versatile pattern. We've got one or two straps that we have to make. So it's a little different than normal. It's 7 inches by 9 inches by 2.5. And then the adjustable strap's like 49 inches long. So we're gonna do all of this stuff. So this will be very interesting. So the fabrics we've got are some of the new fabrics that I ordered. So this beautiful floral, along with these butterflies. They're very pretty. I'm not sure how I'm gonna split it up yet. This might be the flap and the connector pieces and the lining. And then for the accent, I have this beautiful brown corduroy. Now for some reason I thought corduroy was thicker than this, and maybe there's different thicknesses of corduroy like there is of denim, but this is like super thin. Super thin. So we're gonna have to add some stuff to this, maybe even some Decoville, depending on what we're doing. That's gonna be the gusset that goes around. It might also be the connector piece, and then like the D-ring connectors. We'll see what happens there. But it's basically just gonna be some accent pieces. I also ordered this because I thought it would be fun to do some of those Alice totes out of this instead of the denim. So we're gonna experiment with some corduroy for the first time. Project has a ton of hardware. So we basically need 4 D-rings for the different areas we're gonna attach. We've got 2 swivel clasps and an adjustable strap for the handle, and I think there's even another strap. So we've got a lot going on in this bag. We are going to do the straps out of our new seatbelt webbing. So that'll be fast and fun. So this has a little stripe to it. It's more matte than the one we used the other week for the Harrelson bag. That was very shiny. This is very matte. So I think this is going to work out great. And we've got our salmon zipper. We'll probably do the square pulls again. Those were just very fun. So we'll probably do those for that. So I'm excited. The last 3 bags we have going on for the year are a little more challenging. So we're gonna get our feet wet with this one, which isn't so much challenging as just has a lot going on. And then next time we're gonna be doing the messenger bag, which also has a lot going on. It's also got a gusset and kind of curved edges. So that'll be interesting. And then the very last pattern, we're gonna throw the coin purse in there too, probably the week that I'm off work so that I've got extra time. Might as well try the coin purse pattern too. So we'll have a little bit of a break from the heavy lifting. And then we're into the mother of all patterns, the Denver backpack from Swoon. So I'm gonna do the mini version. I have had this pattern picked out for 2, 3, 4 years and just haven't had the guts to make it. So we're gonna tackle that on the weeks that I have off. I've got lots of extra time to kind of breathe, set it aside, not try and rush the process. There's this weird connector piece that, and I've watched the video. Everybody says it's like really difficult to do. So maybe if we like the pattern, we can figure out a hack to make that, that final connector piece easier. Like this connector piece might work for that as well. It's just the way it's sewn in is very hairy. So I'm not looking forward to that, but this is the year of bags, and I do want to tackle these projects within this year of bags, because the whole point of the year is to do some creative things, try new things, and I pretty much have the patterns picked out that I want to make for the shop for next year. So next year we'll get into more of the making multiples of things, but I really would like to tackle these patterns and see how they are, even if they're like too crazy to make for the shop. I would just like to know that I did it. So that's the whole point of that for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the pattern pieces and the fabrics, and I'll meet you back later. We have our new nails, our Christmas nails. So my nails just suck. I mean, there's not much I can say at this point. I'm just very angry about my nails. So I had the gel nails for a while, and I don't know if it's in my genes or what, but those gel nails just did not work for me. So we went ahead and bought these. I watched a video like the best press-on nails kind of thing, and this was one of the brands that came up. It's Impress. And I've really been loving their nails, so I've been using these off and on all year. I kind of give myself a break, let my nails breathe for a while, and then do them again. So it's been about a month since I've done this, and my nails they just keep breaking and chipping, and like breaking this way, like, you know, down the actual nail. I don't know how to describe that. I hate the smell of rubbing alcohol. So they're like breaking down that way. So if I'm gonna have sucky nails that are so short I can't do anything with them, I might as well get pretty nails, right? So we're gonna start with these ones, and then I always like to test that it fits correctly, because, you know, sometimes they don't, like that one doesn't. So I need another one of these guys. That's way too big for that, so that's not a good size for me. Let's get back in there, dump them all out. And then we have to decide which ones we want to be colorful. So we've got 2 patterns here. We got 3 patterns, 4 patterns. So I just had to decide. Normally I go for the ring nail. I might go for, well, I think it's just the ring nail at this point. The nice thing about this set is that I could buy another set of green or white, or green or red, and use these same nails. So I really like that. I tend to put them on my exact nails on each hand, just to make sure they actually fit.
Hey, Santa, the city is covered in snow tonight. Where did my love go? Santa, I'm waiting for him, but he's nowhere inside. And all of the presents are still by the tree. They don't mean a thing till he's here with me. If you know where he is, please give him a ride. And I will wait here by the candlelight, 'cause his love is all I need. And my love
don't know if I want to do this. So basically I would be adding this on here and making like a binding, but I don't understand why I need that because these are two perfectly good pockets. So I don't think I want to do that. So the outer pocket doesn't get the binding, the inner pocket gets the binding, but I'm not sure why we're not doing it just like the other one. She basically wanted me to cut one that was smaller all the way around. Let me go back and make another pattern piece of this one and do that.
So please, Santa, bring back my love tonight. Oh, 'cause his love is all I need, and my love I can guarantee. So please, Santa, bring back my love tonight.
Forgot to hit the record button, but that's probably just as well because I don't think I let it cool enough. It did not come out of the pan. I'm going to try and get the other piece out. See if it will come out for us. Ah, it's heartbreaking. It's the only thing I don't like about pans like this. Okay, well, it's like the Great British Bake Off. We're just gonna have to do it like that. It's gonna taste good. C'est la vie. The thing is, I gotta start dinner. I don't really have time to cool this the way I wanted to. Oh well.
every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day. This year I'll think about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling.
Next we have our festive spice in the Minnie Mouse cup. Merry Christmas. My mother-in-law got these for us, a Minnie Mouse and a Mickey Mouse. We had the Minnie and Mickey in the Alice in Wonderland teacup ride from Disneyland as our cake topper for our wedding. So she likes to get us Disneyland stuff, our Mickey and Minnie. We also have Mickey and Minnie ornaments that she gave us. That's what I'm talking about. They should all just be this. I'm sure you could just buy one of these by itself in a whole container. Very good. We've got our yarn advent. I haven't braved the Harry Potter hot chocolate again yet. I should at least do another one of those before I give up on it. So 8. And it is, ooh, a blue-green. That's like my favorite combo right there. Oh, that's really pretty. I love the variations and a little bit of speckles that are in these. I think I bought Bird Street yarn before, but it was fingering weight. And I made a whole scarf out of the 3 because I don't normally use fingering weight for anything, so I was confused about what to do. So I'm very glad that they had a DK calendar. So can't wait to do these. It's so funny that it's just ironic that it's an autumn calendar and I haven't seen any burnt oranges or reds or anything yet. So it's a totally different color palette than I expected, but pleasantly surprised by that. I really like this color palette so far. And I wanted to share with you our finished scarf. We finished the scarf, so another finished project to cross off the list. I made it nice and long so that I can actually wear it outside. So very cool. I really love my chair squeaky. I really love this pattern. It works up very nice. It's a really cool pattern. So this is the Celtic scarf pattern that you saw in the video before. Okay, so that's it for this week. We will finish the bag in the next episode and do some more Christmassy stuff in the next episode. And I'm just gonna take it easy because it's been kind of a stressful couple of weeks. You know, I sign up for Vlogmas and I get all excited, and then even though I'm not doing a video every week, it is a lot of extra editing and stuff. And then work is really busy this time of year, so just trying to keep up with it, get through the last couple of weeks before my vacation so that I can have a nice long rest. So that's what we're gonna do. So stay tuned. Next Wednesday we will finish the bag and open some more advents and do all the fun stuff. We still have to go tour the neighborhood and take the dogs on a walk. We have some really cute houses right here by us that I will share with you, and then we will also do a car tour. We started that over lockdown where we couldn't do our normal walk around with lots of people. So went to Starbucks, got a hot chocolate, and we just drove around the neighborhood listening to holiday music and looking at all the houses. So I will take you along for that as well. And maybe not Wednesday, but soon. So I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and just want to remind you today, if you haven't heard it, that I love you and you are worthy of all the wonderful things that you dream about in your life. So see you next time. Bye.
No one cares about